Thai Airways has suspended cabin crew members for not removing food trays from passengers' tables on a flight from Singapore before it landed in Bangkok last week, following a complaint about the incident, which was uploaded on TikTok.
Definitely, this is quite a surprise, especially for the three of us that likes to travel. So right now, there's a follow-through investigation into the complaint. And the company announced on Tuesday the employee will be suspended for a month without pay following investigations into the complaint.
It added that the employees also receive warning letters and must undergo safety training before returning to work. TikTok user Praiwa Panicha posted a clip on the site last week showing that the food trays on the foldable tables at the seats she and two of her friends who were occupying had not been removed before landing. No flight attendant removed the trays despite her ringing the bell for a flight attendant to do so twice, Praiwa said on the clip.
Well, let's talk about this, shall we? I know that you like to travel. You definitely like to travel, long-haul flights and whatnot. This is something that is very uncommon, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you know, it was like, it's
never
about...
happened to me.
It never happened to you. It never happened to you. It never
well.
happened to me, too. I mean, like 15 minutes before we kind of, descent, the pilot would say, you get ready and whatnot, and, the crew cabins, get ready. So to see this is very unusual for me.
Yeah, and it's an odd kind of a series of incidences where they did ring the bell because they thought, okay, we're starting to make our descent now. And at one point, I guess people who fly often already know the routine.
Like what to do. Right,
so
right.
what they knew they had to fold these trays.
Yeah.
So they folded the food trays. So they ended up holding these kind of already half-eaten food trays. Plus, there was another clip of a bottle of water spilling over as well.
Yeah.
This actually is just a safety issue. And the reason it became an urgent investigation, I mean, why was it so urgent? It wasn't like something was wrong with the plane. Well, they did fail their obligations. I'm talking about the cabin crew, of course. We mentioned the penalty was suspended for a month without pay. They were issued a written warning. They'll also have to undergo more intensive security training before they return to work. Thai Airways added that it has an obligation for passenger safety. So why would they undergo security training? Well, let's look at the rules. The rules say, as per the FAA, or Federal Aviation Administration's regulations, quote, no operator may move an aircraft on the surface, take off, or land when any food, beverage, or tableware furnished by the operator is located on any passenger's seat. When they say passenger seat, they also mean the general area where you're sitting. Yeah. And this is primarily to prevent objects from falling or flying around the cabin that could later pose a safety hazard. Tray tables must be completely stowed, and that's for evacuation purposes. I mean, most likely it didn't have to happen, as we see in this case.
Right.
But just in case. I mean, you never know, right? So again, there's a reason why they took this so seriously. And I would have to say kudos to the passengers for being so nice, for folding their own trays anyway, and trying to...
Probably we would do that too if we're in that situation,
It's just habit, isn't it?
Yeah, like what are you supposed to do if we're just going to hand it over? What I'm kind of curious is why the crew cabin didn't take that.
I forgot. I mean, I was racking my brain too, because I'm sure they have a routine that they go through. Yeah. I'm sure as they sit down, as they buckle in on the seats facing the opposite way, they must be thinking, did I do everything already? Because they do have a checklist that they
like these two ladies were taking the time to, thinking that's a gourmet food or whatnot. I mean, like whatever. You should have went past through the aisle and see if everyone is okay. What do you think, Ralphie? Why the crew cabin kind of missed this?
Maybe it was a full flight. I don't know. It was too many people inside the plane. That could happen. But hopefully, none of us will not experience that.